All right, man. So look, I'm looking at this. A black man just got sentenced or charged with murder of a cop. They got him fighting the case for 9 years. So this man is sitting in a county jail for 9 years fighting a murder case that he killed the cop because they broken in with a no-knock warrant, right? They hit his home before the sun came up, I think. No-knock warrant, you know what that is, right? That means they don't have to have a warrant. They just come when they want to. You know what I'm saying? They don't got to knock. Just kick the door in, right? Now, they need to cut that shit out anyway. There's no need for no-knock warrants no more. What the fuck is that for? That's dumb as fuck. I'm in my house right now. You telling me a motherfucker kicked my door in, I can't shoot through this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? What are you saying? How can he be convicted? He black though. It's just the thing. He black. He a nigga. He black. Right? Let me tell y'all about no-knock warrants. Tell you 2 stories about my city, Detroit. I might give you 3. We gonna go to the DEA show that came, or whatever show that was. They was filming here in Detroit about the police going, busting houses or whatever. So they had this shit on one of these big channels, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever, you know what I'm saying? They had this shit. It was like the TV show was here. These motherfuckers fake as fuck. I've never in my life in history seen Detroit in no raid ever throw a motherfucking flash grenade. Ever. They never throw no flash. That shit was for TV. When the TV show came here, they said we gonna make it look, yada, yada, yada. So throw flash grenades. Nigga, never in the history have I ever heard a flash grenade go off if it's not a hostage situation, right? And I ain't seen it ever myself, period. But I'm pretty sure they would use them in a hostage situation or something. Little girl sleep on the couch. Now, they looking for this nigga that shot somebody up at the store. They said that the guy lived there upstairs or whatever. Instead of them going and waiting the guy out because they know he got to come out, they see, but they black, they poor, they black, right? They see toys all out in the front line on the porch. So you know that his kids here, right? So why in the and you know it's a guy that might be armed upstairs. He don't know you looking for him. So now why not just wait until the guy come out and run down on him and get him? Kids safe, everybody safe. But no, they black kids. It don't matter, right? You in the hood, everything go in the hood, right? Motherfuckers ran up on the motherfucker, threw the flash grenade through the window. The little girl was sleeping on the couch at the window. You know what I'm saying? There's so many kids. The little baby, she 9 years old. She fell asleep on the couch. They threw the grenade, went right through, landed on the couch. Boom, exploded. Could you imagine being a 9-year-old baby, sleep in the house, and hear something like that loud going off? And not only did it startle her, it burnt her because it set the couch on fire. So now they kicking in the door. She looking at all this shit. You know how terrifying that had to be to see. That's what I tell y'all. Listen, man. So let me go with this first. So they burn the girl. So then now the grandmother jumps up. She startled. Somehow the tussle gets with the grandmother, and the gun goes off and hit the little girl in the head. 9 years old, kill her, right? Sad in the motherfucker, right? No knock warrant though, right? Okay, them kids ain't had nothing to do with it. Poor police work. But see, that's the thing. They don't care about if black. They don't give a fuck if you black. And don't tell me it's not a difference, because it is a difference. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Like, it's crazy how, like, when you go to other nationalities, their relationship with the police. You know what I'm saying? Then black people relationship, how kids look at the police, how our kids look at the police. But a no-knock warrant though, there it is, boom, right? And they didn't even catch the nigga then. I don't even think the dude was even there. If I'm not mistaken, he wasn't even there when they did it. So they did that shit for nothing, all for TV, right? No-knock warrant. Okay, we're gonna go again. I think it was under the same police chief, Chief Craig. Never liked him, right? We got a Chief Craig here. James Craig is the one I'm talking about. They both named James, but James Craig is the one. So now listen, motherfucker get shot, stay right 7 Mile. I don't care where it's at. So they like, well, the dude stay on, I remember Evergreen. They was like, well, the guy he don't stay on Evergreen. He be on Evergreen. That's a known location. He had killed somebody. So now these guys, they all on the TV. They don't, that's how so many wrongful people in jail. Let me tell you how fucked up Detroit is. Police ain't shit. The mayor ain't shit. The police chief damn sure ain't shit. They'll snatch anybody off the street just to say the crime is, just fucker go get somebody. We can't look bad. We already the worst police department in the world. Not the United States. We the worst police officer in the world. So we gonna get somebody. So what they do? First thing they say, well, I think the guy be over here on such Evergreen at such house. Police go over there. No warrant, no nut. Ain't secure warrant. Ain't nobody say they seen no dude go. That dude go to the house. It's not nothing leading them, but this what a fucking crackhead told them that I think he'd be over at such and such house. Just that. That's how fucked up our rights are. That's how much they don't give a fuck about our rights. They don't care that, hey, whoever house it is, we gonna kick the door in on it. Because a crackhead told us it's there. Now, if it was a white person in a white neighborhood, oh, we gotta go to the judge, we gotta get this sign. No, fuck that. These niggas, they po niggas. They don't got no rights. First thing they do, kick the motherfucking door in. Dog sitting right there with a motherfucking his pistol, because he was asleep on the couch. Probably been drinking, watching the game, anything. They just come. He ain't doing nothing wrong. Shit, you know what I'm saying? He in his own fucking house. Hell yeah, he got a strap there next to him. Boom, kick in the door. Once he grabbed his pistol, jump up. They see him with the pistol when they came in, shot him in the head, killed him. Man, I never heard them say nothing else. And I say this a lot. I've been saying this since I started this podcast. I talked about that. I talked about that situation. They killed that boy right there on Evergreen, killed him dead, dog, for nothing. And you know what they said? Well, he shouldn't have been in possession of a gun anyway. He's a felon. What the fuck do that mean? He's a felon. See, they don't give a fuck about us. They don't give a fuck about our rights. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, you know how many, let me tell you how they don't give a fuck about us. They treat, look, man, I work with white people, right? Both jobs, the 2 jobs I just work with. And they'll tell you in a minute, well, one job, they be like, well, once I go to the hood, and this ain't no bullshitting job. You know, it's a $50 an hour job. You know what I'm saying? So they be like, well, when we go to the hood, it's like this and this and this. You know, they don't care. I be listening to them. They be forgetting who the fuck they talking to. And then, you know what I'm saying? It's just like they know, even white people know that don't nobody care about the hood. The law is different. You can do anything damn near here. You know what I'm saying? Like, they treat us like they don't fuck our rights. Man, Detroit police don't care nothing about, you think because you got license, registrations, and insurance, what the fuck do that mean in the city? People be like, well, exercise your rights. What rights? Because they gonna fucking lie. It don't matter what. They gonna get you out the car. If the narcotics officers pull you over in this motherfucker, once they pull you over, you getting out that car or you getting shot. Nigga, you ain't getting out that car. All that handing your license, man, they'll pull you out that motherfucker and beat the shit out you. Or have a reason to shoot the shit out you, dog. They some dirty motherfuckers, dog. I've been wanting to do a motherfucking, like a sting on them. I want to put cameras around the whole car. Real talk. And get like 4 young dudes who just drive around, good guys riding, and let them pull them over and with license and insurance. And I guarantee you, if they get pulled over 5 times that night, every 5 times they're going to make them boys get out the car illegally. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee, if you do a federal motherfucking, what you call that? When like if you look into the shit, if they do that shit and start looking into how these motherfuckers and actually go through with the whole cases, like right now they'll pull somebody over, right? And arrest them for something. This have a motherfucker put a gun on the side of the house and have somebody run and they find the gun, but they don't catch the person. And watch how they lie on how they found the gun. Man, they lie because they know niggas poor and they know we never gonna exercise our rights. That's what they know, and that's how so many young black men got felonies. That's how so many black people got felonies. They don't give a fuck about your rights, none of that. Get the fuck out the car, nigga. They get you out the motherfucking car, whatever found in the car. Oh, they don't give, okay, it ain't your, oh, it's the driver's. Driver ain't got nothing shit to do with it. They know it's not his, but since he ain't saying nothing, take him down. They know they gonna get a cop out of him because they gonna press that shit. They gonna come to court every time. Knowing that it ain't his, they don't give a fuck. They'll just put it on somebody. And that's how motherfuckers get it. So now the boy ain't got no lawyer, none of this shit. He couldn't even make a good phone call in the county. The way it's even set up from the beginning when you go to jail, you don't know nobody's numbers. You know what I'm saying? You can't use they ain't gonna let you use your phone to make a call, none of that shit. They gonna arraign you before you even talk to a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? So before, you supposed to, when you go to jail, you're supposed to see a motherfucking detective. Really seldom do you ever see a detective. All they gonna do, you gonna go in that motherfucker, the prosecutor, next thing you know, a day or 2 or 3 days later, you gonna go to the court and they gonna say, how do you plead? You gotta plead guilty or not guilty. You plead not guilty. Now you ain't talk to nobody, even though you ain't gonna talk to nobody, but it's not even an investigator to even come and say, hey, I investigated this, then the prosecutor. No, it just goes straight to the prosecutor. There's no investigation in between it to see if you're guilty or not. It's just, hey, the prosecutor said we want to take this case. Okay, take it. That's how they work. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they some dirty bitches. These motherfuckers been dirty. But that's how they losing a lot of cases on the long end. Cases that niggas really supposed to be locked up for. The niggas that's supposed to be getting locked up is getting off. You know why? Because of dirty police work. Because they, instead of just being honest and saying what's on paper, what the nigga done did and doing the paperwork right, they want to get the nigga so bad, they get the line and putting extra shit in there. And in the long run, that catch up with him. Even though he did it, and they know, but they want to make sure we got this nigga. So look, I'm going to put this here and do this. And next thing you know, 10, 15, 20 years later, this nigga getting out of prison like he innocent. But he ain't innocent. It's all because of fucked up police work that he getting out. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit to this shit, man. But them no not warrants a motherfucker. Now, how you had this boy locked up 9 motherfucking years? 9 years in the county? Man, that's the worst shit. I couldn't 9 years in the county fucking jail. That's like probably doing 20 years in penitentiary. No, more than that. That's at least doing 20 years in a penitentiary. Or 25, maybe 30 years. 9 years in the county. To me, every year in the county is like 3 years in prison or 4 years in prison. That shit is horrible, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's like inhumane. That shouldn't even be allowed. And so listen, so why did it take you 9 years to convict this dude? Usually when a motherfucker kill a police, it's a slam dunk, right? You wait 9 years to convict him and say he's guilty of killing these police. How can he be guilty when it was a no-knock warrant? You didn't have a warrant to come in his house. He had every fucking right to defend his home. I don't give a fuck about that felony shit. That's why we got to start. Fuck this felony shit. Niggas need to stand. We don't do shit, bro. That's what's killing us. Like I just said, what they do, they violate our rights from the beginning, which causes us to get felonies at a young age. And a lot of us are getting felonies really for nothing, all because we were being harassed and we don't have money to fight the shit. You know what I'm saying? We out here getting fucking felonies for any and every goddamn thing, getting accused of shit we ain't even fucking do, but we ain't got no money to fight it. And we taking cops. And we like, fuck it. They either take probation or do these 5 years because the police about to get up there and lie. You think that's fair? That shit not fair. And so many of us got felonies. And that's why they come down and make felons seem so bad. But you go to the white neighborhoods, right? White boys, felons, dope fiends, right? They don't give a fuck. They gonna get them chance after chance after chance. Because they like, look, we don't want these young kids to have felonies. They don't want their kids to have felonies on their record. So if he do catch a felony for being near or for doing this or that, they give him, look, man, if you don't get in trouble in this length of time, we gonna knock that felony off. If you don't do this, if you go through this, we gonna knock it down. It's always something to help them. But with us, it ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I've never heard, as long as I've been living on the face of this earth, I've never heard a white person go to jail for a firearm that they didn't use. I've never heard of a white person or another race of people going to jail for a firearm that they didn't use. Meaning, you know why? 2 reasons. First of all, they're not going to violate their rights. You know what I'm saying? if a white person get pulled over and they happen to search their car and they find a gun that's not registered to them, they just gonna get them for an unregistered firearm, right? Or some type of bullshit ticket. When they find us with an unregistered firearm and they giving us felony firearm, CCW, you know, they hitting us with shit. Even if it ain't concealed, they still gonna give us CCW. Even if we ain't got a felony, they giving you felony firearms. You know what I'm saying? How is it felony firearms? I didn't commit a crime with it. 5 years felony firearms. Like how? I just got caught with a gun. How do I have a felony firearm charge? It's just all type of bullshit that they put on us that we don't even have a lawyer to even help us out with it. It's been so much bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So man, we got a lot to work on, and we need to do it fast, quick, in a hurry, bro. I mean, we got to. I keep saying this shit. I'm telling you, this shit is so unfucking fair when you look at it. You know what I'm saying? And it's a big difference. And white people see this shit. Other races see that shit. I talk to every race of people every day. And I'm talking about old to young. And they all see this shit. They all see that it's blatant and it's fucked up. This shit that's going on with us. But until we move, why the fuck should they move? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that no-knock warrant shit need to be took out, period. What the fuck is a no-knock warrant? What do you, that's back when niggas was selling crack and shit, trying to flush crack, so y'all go in there. That's some shit made up for black people. That's another, where the fuck did no-knock warrants come? You gotta have anything with white people, you gotta have a warrant. You not running up on no white person without a warrant. Ain't such thing as a no-knock warrant in the white world. Fuck you mean? You ain't gonna touch a white person without a warrant. You crazy than a motherfucker. They walk around with AR-15s on they side in the middle of a public street just to fuck with the police, to tell them, bitch, get the fuck out my face. You know what I'm saying? Just like the other day, the nigga they beat up in a restaurant. They beat this nigga up in a restaurant. They go in a fucking restaurant. I don't know if they happen to see the bulge off his side or what, but they seen he had a pistol in a Coney Island. And so they like, hey man, do you got a fucking permit for that? He ain't answer him. He don't have to answer him. We are a CPL open carry state. So why the fuck, you can't ask me. That's like asking me, do I got a driver's license because I'm driving? The fuck you mean? You ain't got no right to ask me shit. Did I commit a crime? Did you pull me over? No. So why are you asking me about my fucking CPL? Dog didn't answer him. So the shit escalated. And then they got into a tussle. The gun fell out the nigga thing on the floor, and they still whooping his ass. Hit him in his head, bust his head open, and they charged him with, he was a felon though. But how would you ever knew he was a felon? Then they come up with some bullshit. Well, the reason we was on him because it was a shooting 2 blocks over. So the nigga did a shooting 2 blocks over and came to a Coney Island, and you just cut it out, man. Cut the shit out. Y'all seen the bulge on his pants. He a nigga. Y'all violated his rights. Y'all asking him, hey, do you got a CPL? He was smart. He ain't say shit, which he ain't have to say shit. Now y'all hit him with, they say they hit that nigga with 8 different felonies. You know what I'm saying? So you know he about to do some time if he don't get a dog-ass lawyer team and keep this shit in the news, because that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They always come up with some shit. Like I told you, it was one time I was standing outside with my homeboy. He got a pistol on him. I don't know if that lead detector shit real or what, but these niggas' pants be so skinny, they might have seen the pistol. These motherfuckers turn back around, jump out on us. Hey, come here, Cardi right over there. What a permit at for this? How can you do that? That's a violation of our rights, nigga. You can't see a gun on nobody's side and turn around in today's time. How can you do that? It's an open carry CPL state. So how can you just see a nigga with a bulge in his pants and he got a gun and you ask him for anything? You not about to go to a white neighborhood and see a motherfucker with a pistol on him. Nigga, I couldn't melt you out where them white people at and do some shit like that. I couldn't melt and pull you out in a white people land and you tell a white person, hey, you come here. Man, that motherfucker call you all type of niggas until you get the fuck out their face. You know what I'm saying? This shit crazy, man. But yeah, that type of shit pissed me off, man. I'm just going on with it. Trap Talk Blue, man. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe button. We being violated, baby.